Hello and welcome to another special video review, and tonight we've got the Wei Jiang Megamaster RoboForce NE-01. Yeah, there's a lot to say. This is Wei Jiang, which is better known for making really good knockoffs, and this is their take on a oversized masterpiece-esque Megatron, I guess. He takes cues from a lot of figures, from the Masterpiece, from Apollyon, from DX9, and it's like an amalgam of all of these into one figure that they've made, and it's huge. Now, he doesn't fit in much in there in the normal Masterpiece line, unless you think about the old ones, like the very first early Masterpiece, like MP-01 was way bigger than the MP-10. So Masterpiece 01 was Optimus Prime. The first one was way bigger than the next follow-up version. And the first Megatron was also super tall, super big. So I guess you could fit this one in. But he also fits real good with Wei Jiang's line of MPP-010, which is their MP-10 Optimus Prime Masterpiece, but oversized. So he stand toe-to-toe with this one. Now, I don't have MPP-010, but I do have MP-01, so I'm going to show this later on. So this is a huge box. Very huge. This is my hand, and I've got big hands. And yeah, a huge box. As you can see, the art, nice Megatron, but something special is that we've got Laserbeak right here. The first edition of this figure all comes with a silencer that transforms into Laserbeak, which I think it's really freaking cool. I really hope now they do a sound wave. But yeah, only the first version, so I was really head over heels to get myself the first version to get the Laserbeak silencer. And I do, so yes. Alright, so the box we've got on top of it, we got a scythe of Megatron. On this side, we've got nothing. Other side, nothing. Underneath, we got all Lego stuff. And in the back, we've got some art. Well, some screenshots of the Megamaster standing tall, some accessories like the helmet, the LED laser sight. We've got Laserbeak, which is called Laser Bird. And we've got a whole bunch of accessories, the head, the key, sword, pistol, and the Morningstar thingy, and the comparison with the MPP-010. So, alright, let's open this up and see what's inside. First off, we've got the instructions. He is not a simple figure. Well, the transformation is rather simple, but the steps-by-steps are quite intricate. So I do recommend that you take a look at it first. And just showing it off. Instructions right here. So we've got all the accessories on one side, and everything is blurry, so, right. So accessories on one side, how to transform Laserbeak, and then how to transform the figure itself. So instructions are okay. Haven't had too much trouble, except there are some steps. Like right here, these steps, I'm going to show it off when I'm transformed, are missing some steps that you need to know. Otherwise, you're going to break the figure. So that's pretty much it for the instruction manual. Set these aside and open this up, and you can see the big bubble containing the figure inside. Now everything's already trying to fall off, so alright, I'm gonna set this aside, open this up, throw this away. Alright, let's start off. This is a replacement shield, so if you want to have the old focus, the good old beaten up Megatron, just like the Masterpiece one, this is the chest shield for it. It's just some pegs, so you just have to pick it off and exchange it for the normal one. There's nothing much to it otherwise. Set it aside. let's start off with the helmet. And inside the helmet, we got a orange cap. This, by law, it's stupid, but you have to have the orange plug so that police officers or whatever don't mistake you for having a real gun. A real oversized Megatron gun that cops could confuse as a real one. So you have to put the cap on. It's a good thing that they haven't glued this one on. So, yeah. We do have the helmet, and the helmet just looks so fabulous. It's all shiny, great quality plastic. Personally, I think it's useless. It's from that one episodes where Megatron wears the helmets and controls Optimus Prime. It's cool to have, but kind of useless for me. I'm not gonna use it too much. You know, I'm just showing it off. Next up, we've got replacement faces. We've got 3 faces, all of them different expressions, kind of like the Masterpiece one, the original Hasbro Masterpiece one. So we've got all of these 3 heads in. So we've got the laughing face, which is kind of cool. We've got the mad one, yarr. And the eyes are like red translucent, and I'm not a big fan of it. I would have loved just to have the normal metallic red. And we've got a final face all beaten up with green goo coming out of him. So this is probably to go with the face shield, the chest shield. Alright, let's set these aside. Next up, we've got the pistol. This is, again, from that one episode where Megatron kills, I think it was Optimus Prime, using this pistol alone. It's a really cool, there's some nice paint details, looks good. But, yeah, you already have a big-ass cannon, so why have a tiny pistol? Next up, we've got... This is really cool. A big-ass Morning Star. This is a chain with a spiked ball, and chain is has the handle. So he holds it. And usually, Megatron always has come with a plug that you plugged in, and this is the arm stump. But this one he actually holds it, and has like articulation like this, and a spiky ball. Looks really freaking cool, and you can pop it off if you want, but yeah, why would you know? And the one is the sword, again from that one episode, blah blah blah. A cool laser blade with translucent blade and a big ass handle with these stump for the hand, so that fits in the hand. So it looks really damn cool. And finally, we've got this one is all in die-cast, the Matrix key, I guess. So it's just a cool looking key. It's all in metallic, golden plated. Yeah, cool to have. Cool thing, but again, from that one episode that nobody remembers. And I guess we're done, and we can move on to Megatron. Oh wait, so we've got Megatron, we've got his cannon, and we've got the silencer. All right, the box is empty. Yes. All right, and I just broke my floor. All right, the silencer. This is the silencer that they plug onto the tip of the gun. And this transformed into Laserbeak, and this is the highlight of the set to me. I know the figure is most awesome, but as for the accessories, this is awesome. So, pretty much it. Not much to say, just plugs it in. There's some ridges on the on that tube right here, and these locks onto the cannon at the tip right here. There's some ridges inside, so yeah. We can do a quick transformation of this one. So open these up like this. move this on the back like this. Open these the wings right here, like so. Open this one up too, like this. Open the wings. Alright, pull the head out. Alright, next up you flip these open like this. And just before opening these up, there's a tiny piece around the on top of the tail that you want to flip it out. And if you want, you can come and clip this on, like so. Next up, you want to raise these up. So now the plug becomes a reactor. You can come and move this down and flip the feet out. So now we have a laser beak all done. And he looks pretty damn cool. You can move the head like this, move the tails up. And yeah, just wish he had some pegs to peg onto his arm, but the head is on a swivel. Oh, and on top of his head, you do have a tiny laser that opens up, which is really cool. So yeah, the head moves up and down like this. The neck moves up and down. The wings can flop up and down like this and move front to back as you wish. The tail does pivot, but yeah, this is more for transformation. The feet is like one big stump, and then you have the toes that you can move on ball joints. And we can set this one aside, and yeah, he does hold. The cannon now, huge gun cannon thingy, and yeah, we do have a LED. If you press the button on here, I just don't have any batteries, so I didn't put any batteries in. Yeah, I just don't have any. I think it was CR32, so yeah, this is just the cannon. We can peg using these pegs right here, peg on the side of the arm. If I can move the camera a little bit up, you can see it. So let's peg the cannon on his arm, and here we have Megamaster. And he stands so tall. He is really amazing figure. Maybe we just focus on the head, show some more details. This is the normal default head, just like a sad, angry face. You have some nice detail on the stomach, and yeah, he is a huge figure. He does have a lot of diecast, so he's not a light figure. I can move this one like this. And if you want comparison, like I was saying, he goes along real nice with the MP-01. And would you hold? This is the MP-01. He is a bit taller, but not by much. And he looks really damn fine. Some more comparison. Like I was saying, the first of the line of the masterpiece. This is the, I think it's MP-03, the Megatron, the first Megatron masterpiece. And this is the remake of the masterpiece. This is the new MP-36. And just for the fun of it, here is Gladius. I just wanted to show off Gladius because on gun mode he looks a lot like, well, does have some similarities. So yeah, a nice Megatron collection right here. Just move these aside. Bring this one in. All right, Megamaster now. Articulation. Let's bring this one closer. All right, focus. No, focus. Not the other way around. Stupid camera. Jesus. Right. So the head is on a ball joint. Just move left, right, side to side, real good. The arms are on a soft ratchet like this. Does go out like this on that joint. We do have a swivel at the upper arm and a single elbow joint, really ratchety. And the fist is on a ratchet. It does pivot side to side, and the hand does move. We do have the thumb doesn't move, but the index finger is independent from the other 3 fingers. But it's still pointing kind of crooked like this. So it's more like a trigger finger than anything. The waist is on a ratchet swivel. The leg, if we open the skirt, does the split like this. Focus, right? And unfortunately, this is my only problem. The legs doesn't have any ratchet going like this. It does have ratchet going back and forth. So if you move the skirt up, the leg does move like this and back like this. And like I said, it's ratchety going front and back, but side to side doesn't have. So he does sometimes just went like this and goes split, you know. We do have a swivel at the upper thigh and a big ratchety knee joint. The foot is also on a ratchet swivel, goes side to side, and a bigger front and back ratchet. So yeah, really freaking nice figure. And he doesn't even fit in my camera. Yeah, he is that huge. And yeah, transformation now. Alright, this is gonna be hard to do on camera, but bear with me because the figurine is really damn big. In fact, I might try and just move it all the way further back and maybe move on this side to give me more space to work with. Let's kick everything out and hopefully nothing will go out of camera. Alright, so first off, the arms. You want to straighten them up and pull on the shoulder like this. The shoulder pads needs to come up and bring them all the way down like this. Next up, you want to open up the arms like this and slide the arm completely in, like so, like completely in. The arms needs, the forearm needs to be really close to the joint right here. Next up, you bring this panel up like this, and at 90 degrees you flip it down like this, so it kind of hooks like this. It's coming really weird, but yeah. Next up, you bring this all the way up like this, and you enter the fist in. And next up, you flip it all the way around and slide it. There's a, it's kind of hard, but really hard to see, but right here, there's a slider. So bring the arms down and slide it close to the chest. Right here, you can flip this, make sure this is 90 degrees, and you can already plug the arm inside of the chest. Next up, you want to bring this, and there's 2 connectors right here that connects inside of the arm right here. So bring this in and connect it like this. So this arm is completely done now. Next up, you bring the cannon. You unpeg it from the back, flip this like this, pull the cannon out like this, and slide it all the way down like this, and just leave it like this for now. Next up, you want to, it helps to remove the fusion cannon, so let's move this aside. And I'm gonna move closer. Sorry. Everything all right? All right. Do the same thing for the other side. So pull the arm out like this. Bring this all the way around. Move the arm out like this. flip this panel like this, flip it all the way around, bring the arms in, close this up, make sure this is out of the way, and close this in. And yeah, for now, just leave it like this. Don't need to peg everything in right now, because you'll see. Next up, you bring the head and lift it up like this. This opens up the panel right here, but it also gives you a handle to bring this down, like so. Bring this also down, and you can use this pivot right here to slide it all the way out and pivot on the other side like this. Next up, bring the head and flip it in like this and close it. Next up, you want to rotate the arms like this, and before you close the panel, in between right here there's a tiny tab. It's kind of hard to see, but this tab right here, you need to flip it down like this and peg the arms back up, because it probably unpegged itself, and then you can rotate the arm in with the chest, plug everything in, bring it all the way around, and yeah, plug the arm in like so. Make sure these are tabbed together like this, the arms and everything is pegged in, and leave these open like this. So now we have the top of the gun all done. Bring the cannon all the way around, peg it in, make sure this square right here is on the top, and flip it all the way around. This gives you the sight, and then you peg the cannon like this inside of the arms on. And now we have a really odd dirt walk. Alright, so the legs aren't so bad, but the instructions, this is where the instruction got me a little bit confused. So you basically have your figuring this. So push the torso as back as possible. Mine is already is. Then you need to do the split and reach at the crotch plate. This part right here needs to untab, and then you need to tab it together like this so that it's one block, and make sure that it's facing straight up like this. Now you can rotate it. Rotate again. Alright. Next up, you flip the skirt up, and you can see this is where the instructions is not clear at all. There is a gray piece right here. It's kind of hard to see. You need to this is on a spring, so it's spring loaded, so be really careful, but you need to flip it up. This will unpeg the leg, and as you close it, close it back, you know? So we'll do the same thing on the other side. Rotate this like this, move the skirt up, and as you can see, the tab is kind of really hard, but this tab, a gray tab, you flip it up and it unlocks the leg, and then it closes it back. This is pretty much the hardest part, and the instruction doesn't even mention or shows those spring-loaded parts, so heads up. Alright, bring the legs open like this, and bring it the other way. The other way, you rotate the legs all the way up like this, and then come to the back of the leg, and this is where we are gonna work right now. First up, you flip this panel up, flip this open, flip this open like this. As you open this up, you close this panel like this, and this panel you flip the tiny part right here up completely, and you close it back like this. Same thing on the other side. So close this panel up, close this panel up, close this up, and then you close everything back in on itself, like so. So this is pretty much what you want. Next up, kind of weird and hard, but you unpeg the leg like this. It's really freaking tight, and you pull the whole thing out like this. Let's do this on the other side. So pull it out. This one all the way untabbed, so that's cool. Next up, there's a tiny panel right here. Close it in. So close that one in like this. And right here on the knee, these are the knees. You unpeg the tab of the leg right here, and there's a peg. This peg right here needs to flip inside like this, and then you come to the this panel right here. You collapse it inside, and you need to rotate it like this, and then you can accordion the leg inside like this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Close this back in. Make sure this is opened up, and there's a tab right here on the tab. So you clip it in. This will hold this. This doesn't really hold right now. It's gonna hold later on. So we'll leave it like that. And this square piece right here, you just rotate it all the way down. Same thing on the other side. So flip this, tab it in, lift the leg up, close the tiny tab right here off, unpeg this, rotate it in like this, flip the square down, accordion the leg inside like this, and close this back in, and you're done with the legs. Next up, you have to bring the legs. You may want to lift this up and bring the legs like this. So lift this, bring the leg in, close it back in, and now the peg right here is going to tab inside with the hole like this. And yeah, before you close the leg, make sure this tab right here is flipped all the way out on both legs. This is easy to miss because these are so small. So close this back in, close this back in, and now you can tab the whole legs completely. So close everything, make sure everything tabs, close these up, make sure these are tabbed in everywhere, and tab these in also. Alright, so you end up with this. These you can make them like this. Come to the feet right now. Untab them like this, and slide them down like this. And yeah, this is going to be the stock, I guess. Come to the heel spurs like this. Again, pull them out and tap them in. This is really hard, so it end up like this. Same thing on the other side. So pull this out, and then you use force to collapse them. All right, because all of this is in die cast, so yeah. And then you just peg the whole thing together. If you can, it's really hard from my angle because I don't see much. Alright, everything's pegged in. Finally, you got the cannon. Flip this down like this and make sure this rotates up to hide the black pin. Then you come to the trigger guard, pull it out like this, and there's two pegs. It's really small. These two pegs are gonna plug inside of the knees right here. So plug this in and force it. All right. Next up, you want to slide the gun back a little, and you need to, the red panel on each side of the torso, you need to squeeze them in and also squeeze in the back. So you need to hold these 3 parts, and then you can collapse the torso all the way down. And finally, you just have to peg the guard right here. There's some pegs on each side, and that pegs inside of the legs. So you just need to manage. One down, the other way down, and then peg them in. Oops. I may seem to struggle a lot, but it's just because I'm not used to do it on camera like this. Closer to my chest, it's really easier, better. Like this, it's really weird, but oops, I'll peg the trigger guard. Alright, and this just doesn't want to peg in. Alright, it's in now. And now we have Megatron Megamaster in cannon gun mode. And he looks really damn cool. You can peg the fusion cannon on top at these pegs. Right here. And yeah, he is really a thing of beauty. The trigger is on a spring, so it's amazing. And I really love this. He's a bit bigger. Like, I mean, he's bigger than, oops, an original size gun. Can he? Yeah. Just come back to the real quick at the silencer, laser beak silencer. I'm just gonna transform real quick into silencer mode. And one. Everything I try to do it real quick, there's always something bothering. Yeah, again, a 10-second transformation, gone like 5 minutes. Close this up, close this up, close these up, close these up, close these up. So yeah, you got the silencer. And like I said, there's some ridges on the tube right here, and there's some ridges inside of the scope. So you just need to align them. And I'm gonna do it. I don't want to break anything. And voila. Peg it in. So now he has the silencer on. And like I said, he is a really nice looking gun. Really big. Like, there's a lot of diecast, so he is a hefty figure. Just gonna move back behind the camera from being the side of it. And maybe we can do a quick comparison. For the comparison, like I was saying at the I wanted to show it off because for transformation, the feed form, the stock, so it's one piece, you cannot separate it. Most Megatron is just the gun and that's it. But one I really wanted to show off was Gladius. Gladius also has the stock integrated in the transformation. Now obviously this one is much smaller, but I just wanted to show it off as a Megatron with a stock integrated in transformation. And we can have right here the MP36, which is again a bit smaller, but yeah, it's kind of different. And the MP-05, which is a tad bigger. These two, the MP-05 and and the Megamasters seems pretty much in the same category of size. It's gonna be hard to show off, but you know, they are kind of similar in size. So yeah, it's a really nice set and figure. They go along real good. Transformation is intricate, but it's super nice. And yeah, there's not much else to say. Awesome figure. To me, this is my favorite Megatron so far. Transformation is really nice. Articulation, the build quality is amazing. There's a lot of die cast. He feels very solid. So I don't have much else to say about this figure. The scope, the silencer with laser beak is just so cool bonus. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So Wei Jiang, Megamaster, highly recommend this. You should go and figure it out, try to get it yourself, especially the first edition with the silencer of laser beak. He is a hefty price. He's about $100 US. It's not cheap, but the quality of it and the size is just amazing. If only they could have downsized it just a bit to fit with the MPO-10, it would have been perfect, like the perfect Megatron. But yeah, still a very good version. So yeah, I hope you liked it, and thank you for watching. See you next time.